Hello everyone. Today we are going to take revision of the second lesson from the book First Flight, and the name of the lesson is Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Now Nelson Mandela was the first black president of South Africa, and he occupied the same position as Gandhiji did in India. He spent a lifetime fighting against the racial discrimination of the white rulers. Do you know what apartheid is? Now it is a system of racial discrimination. It was a system of racial discrimination separating Europeans and non-Europeans, separating the white and black skinned people. So in this chapter, which is a part from an autobiography of Nelson Mandela, we are going to learn about his struggles. What struggle did he face in his lifetime? A Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela is all about the struggle of freedom of South Africa. On May 10, 1994, Nelson Mandela had taken the vow as the first black president of South Africa, and therefore it was becoming a newborn democratic country. Mandela took the oath as the first black president. Many dignitaries from different countries had come to be a part of the most significant day. In his speech, Mandela thanked all those dignitaries. Mandela assured his countrymen that his country would never ever experience the same suppression of one by another. A new democracy has been established in South Africa, and as a result, a government of non-discrimination was established. The people of South Africa on that day sang two national anthems as a symbol of that day. Mandela recalled that the reason for this movement was that black-skinned people were exploited by the white people. He said that this type of suppression of people of South Africa is the origin of many stars. People must learn to hate first, because if they hate, then they can be taught to love, as love comes from the opposite circumstances. He also says that a brave man is not that who doesn't feel afraid, but who conquers it. In life, man has two major obligations. First, towards his family, to his parents, to his wife, and to his children. And second, on the other hand, obligation towards his country, people, and the community. Everyone fulfills his duty as per his inclination and interest. But it was very tough to fulfill in a country like South Africa. When Mandela became an adult, then he understood that his freedom was only an illusion. In fact, he was a slave of exploitation. He also understood that not only he was a slave, but his other family members were also. According to him, freedom is also mandatory for them who were suppressing others in the past. They also have the right to have it, because snatcher of others' freedom is a prisoner of the same. Thus, the oppressor is as much a prisoner as the oppressed. The oppressor too is not free. So we can conclude by this lesson of Nelson Mandela is the brave man is not the one who doesn't feel afraid, but he is the one who conquers that fear. Mandela said that every man has his duty towards his country and community too. So now we are going to discuss few important questions from the examination point of view. First is, what did the military generals do? How did their attitude change and why? The highest military generals of South African Defence Force saluted Mandela and pledged their loyalty, which was of great significance, as during apartheid era they would have arrested him. The change in their attitude was because of struggle and sacrifices put in by many heroes of South Africa. This struggle not only ensured the freedom of a nation struggling with apartheid, but brought a change in mindsets of many. He believed that love can also be taught, and human being is naturally inclined towards love rather than hate. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the triumph of? To be a part of the inauguration, international leaders showed a gesture of solidarity from international community to the idea of end of apartheid. It was the significance of the victory of good over evil and triumph of a tolerant society without any discrimination. What does courage mean to Mandela? For Mandela, courage does not mean the absence of fear, but a victory over fear. According to him, brave man need not be fearless, but should be able to conquer fear. What does Mandela think is natural, to love or to hate? And obviously, for Mandela, love comes more natural to him, human heart, rather than hate. For Mandela, love comes more naturally to the human heart rather than hate. How does Mandela describe the system of government in his country in the first decade and in the final decade of the 20th century? Now, in the first decade of the century, the whites erected a system of racial domination against the blacks, thus creating the basis of one of the harshest and the most inhuman societies the world has ever known. But in the final decade of the 20th century, the previous system had been overturned and replaced by one which recognized rights and freedom of all people regardless of the color of the skin. Why were two national anthems sung? On the auspicious occasion of the inauguration, the two national anthems, one by the whites and the other by the blacks, symbolizing the equality of the blacks and the whites, were sung. Now I am going to take a very quick revision of this lesson so that you understand the key points. Now, Nelson Mandela is sworn in as the first black president of South Africa on 10th of May 1994. The swearing-in ceremony took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre in Pretoria. Pretoria was the capital of South Africa. He addressed the rainbow gathering with a jest, telling that never, never, never again should it be that the beautiful land would experience the oppression of one by another. He wished that freedom in Africa should reign. The army officials who could have caught and put him in jail before were now saluting him to pay respect to the newborn democracy. The two national anthems were sung at the time of his swearing-in ceremony. He recalls the history and pays homage to the national martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the sake of their motherland. I hope you have understood the chapter and you will go through it in your free time. So if you have liked the video, enjoyed learning, you can press the like button, and if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.